Hi, this is Mike Peterson from Challenge Island, Oakland County East, back with another one of our STEAMtastic Fridays. And for this week and the next 4 weeks, we've got a special treat. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on the steam of real steam, in other words, steam engines. For the next month or so, we'll be taking a visit to the Steam Railroading Institute of Owosso, Michigan, which is home to a bunch of real train cars, train engines, cabooses, all sorts of things from the railroading industry. And we'll find out that the railroading industry was actually the foundation of a lot of the science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics that we use today in a lot of science and engineering fields. So let's go take a visit and see what we can find out. Hi, this is Mike Peterson. We're here at the Steam Railroading Institute in Owosso, Michigan. And this is Aaron, the motor power foreman. He's here to give us a quick overview of this amazing steam engine we've got here and show us some of the real steam that goes on when a locomotive runs.
So this locomotive was built in 1941. Basic principle along all steam locomotives. You have a firebox in the rear, right by the cab. Inside the firebox, basically just like the name says, it's a firebox. You have a layer inside that the coals sit on, burning coals. They boil the water. So I'm surrounded around these side sheets. They're about 6 inches apart. They surround the firebox. The burning coals boil the water, heats the entire boiler up, and there's about 3 feet from the top of the boiler is where your water level normally sits. So as the boiling water boils, you get the steam. Steam pressure builds, and this operates at 245 psi, pounds per square inch. And yep, so you have the boiler builds up with steam, and there's a steam dome right up here in front of this Pure Marquette sign. It's called the stand dome. So the small little dome in front is called the steam dome. That's the highest point on the boiler. That's where the driest steam collects at. So inside the cab, you have a throttle. Throttle valve controls the admission of steam to the cylinders, and that's what makes the wheels go around and pulls the train. So there's a long rod that runs up along the side of the boiler to up front here. That's where the throttle valves are. Pull that rod back, opens the throttle valves, steam enters the cylinders here. So these are the cylinders. This is your main cylinder. This is called your valve cylinder, or your valve chest. The valve chest directs what side of the piston the steam is admitted on and for how long. And that in turn pushes this piston here, which connects to all these rods, gets the wheels going and going down the track. So as the burning cools, they need an exhaust somewhere. The length of the boiler from the firebox up to here to the front of the engine is called the smoke box. So you have I don't know how many tubes, 200 some odd tubes and flues. The gases travel through the tubes and also, heats up the tubes, more heating surface, and just better thermal transfer. Collection smoke box here. This is where the smokestack is, where you come and hear the chuff of the steam locomotive as it goes down the track. So we have the front smoke box door open, so you can get a better idea of what the inside looks like. You can see the bottom of the smokestack sitting in there, and as the engine goes down the track, the exhaust from the cylinders travels up into the smoke box, helps create a draft, and helps the fire continue to burn.
All right, so now that we've kind of seen in general how the overall steam engine works, we're going to take a closer look at the boiler part of it. And in particular, we're standing in the firebox right now. So this will give us a chance to see how the steam is actually created and the science behind that.
We're actually standing in a smaller locomotive that we're in the process of restoring. But regardless, we're in the firebox, same principle like I said. We do not have the grates in this where the fire actually burns, but the concept is all the same. So the bottom along here, where these rows of rivets are, is right where your fire would be sitting. Fire would be burning, and surrounding all around here and through these tubes here is where you have your water space. And the burning fire, boils the water. So, like I mentioned, there's many tubes that go from the rear of the engine, or the firebox end of the steam locomotive to the smoke box end, are right here. So these, for example, the smaller holes are called your tubes, and they're just basically pipe that run the length of the engine. These larger ones are flues, and you have what are called superheaters. That's superheats the steam, makes it drier, and you get more bang for your buck, basically. And these run up to the smoke box end, where the smokestack is.
All right, excellent. All right, so once again, thank you very much, Aaron, for showing us around. Again, this was Aaron Farmer from the Steam Railroading Institute in Owosso, Michigan. Thank you very much.